Well, it's seldom the two champions get together to go on further and just pursue other championships. But I had the pleasure in early September going to Comiskey Park in Chicago to MC the Gaines Ashley Whippet Invitational. Of course, that was to determine the world's best Frisbee catching dog. Now that dog is owned by a 1977 World Frisbee champ, Peter Bloeme, and they have combined to be just a great championship team. So let's have a nice warm Pittsburgh welcome for Peter Bloeme and He likes that applause, and of course you're accustomed to applause too. And I don't know if people understand how widespread the whole sport of Frisbee has become, but back in '77 you had to beat some entrants from what, 16 countries, I guess?
Approximately 16 countries. There were 110 of the top men in the world there.
What did it to be all-around champ? You had to participate in a lot of events?
Well, there were 6 events in the competition: distance, accuracy, freestyle, throw and catch, maximum time aloft, some strange names of events.
Yeah.
And I had to do well in each event to win the overall. I had to win the world accuracy title as well.
Boy.
And
of course,
that was separate than the dogs,
yeah,
totally separate at that time.
Now, of course, after that, you're one of the few Frisbee professionals, right, who makes his living solely from what's the matter? We got to put a microphone on Wizard. We'll get to you, Wizard. You'll talk a little shortly. But you went, of course, before you bought Wizard and started training him for his championship, you had been going around giving exhibitions.
That's right. There are very few people that make their full-time living, as I do, putting on Frisbee shows all over the country. In fact, I've toured England, France, and Sweden, putting on shows, as well as Canada and the U.S.
A lot of television shows, too.
That's right, national TV shows, even a couple of TV commercials.
Okay, good. Now, how did it come to you in your mind, besides being as athletic as you are, intellectually you're alert, I've known Peter for many years, to get the idea to go ahead and enter the other competition with the dogs, with the flying disc catching dogs?
Well, a lot of shows I've done in the past, people would come up to me and say, do you have a Frisbee dog, or does your dog play Frisbee? And I'd be going, well, not really. I don't have a dog that he plays Frisbee. So people ask me that many times that I thought about, well, maybe I should get a Frisbee dog. And I got a Frisbee dog, and I tried to train for Frisbee, and he's done very well so far. People like his shows, and he's done well in competition.
How old is he?
He's almost years old. One of my main concerns for getting a Frisbee dog was, how would a dog travel on the road? I have to fly a lot, I have to drive a lot, and he's been excellent. He just curls up in the front seat when I'm driving, or gets in the kennel when we fly.
He's got the same disposition as Ashley, but the grand champion, of course, the dog, along with his owner, Alex, who started the whole thing way back when, and of course, after whom the Invitational is named.
It's a mellow confidence.
Yeah, he takes his stardom easily. Anyway, we're going to look at a tape now, 90-second freestyle. This is Peter and Wizard competed in Chicago at the semifinals, and that's, well, there you can just voice over it. If you
this is the opening of the routine. Timing hasn't started, but I wanted to have a simultaneous opening. This is one of Wizard's tricks where he's just up on the knee and over. And we're getting set for a backflip. One thing to consider is, oh no, the backflip's coming up.
Look at that. Boy, I catch pirates in him.
One of the things to consider, there was a 20-mile-an-hour wind that day. You can see flags in the background. There's his backflip. And the tournament is judged in 4 categories: jumping ability, difficulty, help me out here, leaping ability.
I was watching MC, just had a good time that day.
I was just worried about the wind.
But there are a lot of categories, and it takes a lot of course, coordination between you and the dog.
There we
now,
go.
This is the rare that you developed, where you sit back instead of catching it.
Right, he's not trying to catch it at that point. He's actually tapping back to me. It's a really hard trick to teach a dog after teaching him to catch the Frisbee every time.
Now, one of the things that people may not know if they haven't watched is the competition is fierce. There are 9 regional championships across the country each year, with the National Director, Serve Lander, putting them together. And
that was my fault. I'm sorry, Wiz.
By the time you got to this point, you've beaten a number of their teams, right?
We had, first of all, had to win the regionals in Boston. That was before this competition. And then going into this, the top 5 dogs went on to Comiskey Park in the finals in this round. Fortunately, we caught up. We were behind it going to this competition at this point.
Give Wizard and Peter a big round of applause. He saw himself on honor.
He said, who's that dog over there?
Now, one of the nice things that we want to point out is that one of the reasons Gaines, of course, sponsors this whole event is they're very much into good nutrition and a lot of nice family feel between the owners and the trainers and the dogs themselves. Maybe some of the things you could show us, some of the little things you can do right here. Obviously, to throw a disc, you need a lot of room, but a couple of the tricks.
Wizard, do you want to play Frisbee? Huh? Yes. Okay. Wizard, down.
Good boy, roll. That's not really a Frisbee-related trick.
Good.
Ready? I catch. Good. Good try. Catch. Good boy. Ready?
See, and he has to turn his head to do that, too.
Good boy.
That's when I throw it this way. It's a little bit tough for him, but couple flat ones there.
Come here.
Through.
How does he know when not to touch it and to tip it back to you?
Well, when on that trick with the tap, I actually say tap.
Wizard, ready? Tap.
Good boy. Catch. See the difference there?
Oh, wait, just like that, tap and catch. He's better than your kids, right?
Ready? Ready? Tap. Good boy. Over here. Ready? Tap. That's a good boy. Catch. That's a boy. Come here. Come here.
How
Sit.
much patience on your part at training did that?
A lot. Almost more patience than I have. But he's an excellent student. He really... Want to shake hands? Shake?
Real
Good
eager.
boy. He's a real big dog. Ever since he was a little pup, didn't give me much of a problem. In fact, if you look at the Frisbees, he doesn't put his teeth through them, so they last, which is very convenient. It's
Look, he's
saves
ready
a lot
to
of money.
catch again.
Roll. Good boy. He works on hand and voice signals. So if I'm out in the field, I can direct him across the field. Couldn't really tell there, but I sent him for a distance throw by just saying, I should say it now, just like, oh, and he just looked across the field and threw it, and that's great, being able to use hand or voice signals with the dog in freestyle.
Well, it's good because I've seen you develop as a champion on your own, but having the patience and the determination to train the dog. You should have seen him in the final competition at Comiskey Park. He deservedly won. Just a reminder, too, that Gaines put out a little dog. They don't put out a little, they probably do that, too. They put out big dogs if you eat enough. But it's a little pamphlet entitled Teaching Your Dog to Catch a Flying Disc, and you can contact Gaines, and they will supply that to you. A reminder, too, that Peter and Wizard are this in this area for particular reasons. Wednesday, of course, that's tomorrow, October 17th. You're going to be at Spring High School in the afternoon at 1:30, and that is Friday at Mercer Junior Senior High Schools, and that's, of course, the 19th, free at 2:30 p.m. Wizard, come up here.
Wizard, jump.
There you go. Turn around so they can see you. Peter, we wish you well. I guess you compete again next year.
I'm not thinking of competing. I'm not planning on it at this point. I'll probably be judging next year.
Okay, well, you're a good judge.
Wiz and I will judge.
Okay, Wiz, hope you can write. Give him an autograph. Okay, no. Anyway, nice thank you to Peter and Wizard, and get out there and see him at Springdale and Mercer High School if you can. We'll be right back.
Wizard.